In the headlines, coast now clear for APC National Convention as court vacates restraining order. Teenager kills brother in Bauchi after argument. Immediate past governor of Anambra State, Obiano, transferred to EFCC Abuja. And on the foreign scene, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa blames NATO for Russia's war in Ukraine. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Elia. Thank you for joining. The details now. An FCT High Court has issued an order vacating the restraining injunction against the March 26 convention of the All Progressives Congress. Justice Bello Kau on Friday held that a member of a political party cannot sue the party. He said the order of November 18, 2021 has been overtaken by a recent Supreme Court judgment on a similar matter. The court fixed March 30th for the substantive suit. Former Governor of Nasarawa State and Senator representing Nasarawa West Senatorial District of Nasarawa State, Senator Tanko Almakura, has promised to unite the All Progressives Congress. Senator Almakura said this during his visit to the House of Representatives, where he went to solicit the support of members of the coveted seat of the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. The former governor of Nasarawa State said if elected as national chairman, he will ensure internal democracy and women will be well represented in all ramifications in the party. Leader of the caucus, Ado Dogua, says that Senator Almakura is a sincere, reliable and honest politician who operates an open-door policy. Also, the Deputy Speaker, Idris Wase, says that the former governor is a generous man who gave opportunity to all and who has the quality and capacity to move the party forward. Katsina State Governor Amilo Bello Masari directs political office holders with ambition to contest in the upcoming election to study the new Electoral Act. The governor made the statement after a closed-door meeting with political office holders at the Muhammadu Buhari Government House. Similarly, the secretary to the state government, Dr. Mustafa Inuwa, has formally informed APC party members in the state of his intention to join 2023 governorship race. Jamil Mabai has the details.
The Katsina State Governor has called on political office holders to comply with the new Electoral Act during a closed-door meeting with political office holders in the state. Responding to journalists after the meeting, Governor Masari said he briefed those that has ambition to contest for election to study the new law.
And we have also briefed those of them that have ambition to contest election to have a look at the Electoral Act signed by Mr. President so that they will do the needful and avoid the avoidables. Nobody is sacked and nobody will be sacked.
Few minutes after the meeting, the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Mustafa Inua, visited APC State Party office to inform party leaders on his decision to contest for the gubernatorial position in the upcoming election. Dr. Mustafa said, based on consultation with the governor and other stakeholders, the time has come to accept the call by Katsina State people to contest for the governorship election.
Yesterday, we decided to visit the party and inform the party, which I believe that should be the primary thing to do, because candidates from the position of councillor to the president are filled by the party, and it is therefore the responsibility of the party to do that. So for any right-thinking person, before you start anything to do with election, contest in these positions, it is only imperative that you get to the party, inform the party, and then you kickstart. So here I am with some of my friends to inform you formally that we have really joined this race for the position of governorship in the 2023 election.
In the past, Dr. Mustafa has served as caretaker of Ambusa local government, a one-time commissioner of education and secretary to the state government under late President Umar Musa Yar'Adua. Dr. Mustafa is currently serving his second tenure as secretary to the state government under the APC administration. Jamilu Mabai, Trust TV News, Katsina.
Bauchi State Police Commissioner Umar Sanda has warned residents not to take laws into their hands. This comes after a report of an 18-year-old who killed his brother with broken glass after a little argument at their residence in the state capital. An uncle of the two brothers speaks to newsmen before the corpse is taken for burial prayer at Gwalaga Jumaat Mosque. Adamu Imam has more.
The Bauchi Commissioner of Police was at the NUJ Secretariat for a familiarization visit when the unfortunate incident occurred at behind Games Village in Bauchi Metropolis close to Mujaddadi Mosque. Umar Sanda stressed that the case will be investigated as he immediately put call to the Divisional Police Officer of Dus and Tenshi Division and confirmed the incident to newsmen. The Commissioner says more the cases is on the alarming rate now in Bauchi State.
What I would like to appeal to the members of the public is this: life is something that is very crazy and scary. And therefore, we should treat human beings with decorum. If someone is found to be stealing, if it's not robbery, we don't encourage killing him outright. We don't do that. What we do is please hand him over to the police. The police will appreciate your effort and go into investigation. At least one bad guy is out of circulation. But killing somebody maybe because he went to steal is not in accordance to our laws. If it is robbery, if it is kidnapping and someone is carrying deadly weapons, maybe because of mob action, we may say, well, it's unfortunate. But for us to deliberately kill someone simply because he went to steal, I don't think it's a very
Friends and eyewitness in the area narrated what transpired between an 18-year-old Abdurrahman Suleiman, who is the junior brother to Awal Suleiman, 19-year-old, who is the deceased person.
Our sons, our brothers, please let them be patient with all their doings, please. Be patient. Let them be patient. Patient. This situation is very unfortunate because this morning, this Abraman that killed his brother, Ibn Awal that he was killed, he washed his clothes for him to use just because of Shodnika. He take his brother Shodnika, then the junior brother say, give him a Shodnika, say, I will not give. That's the only thing.
It is a little misunderstanding. The elder son wanted to collect his belonging. Then they started arguing. Before you know, the younger one took a weapon and stabbed his elder brother to death. We took him to hospital and we came back. Now we are preparing for his burial arrangement.
Some residents of the area were aggrieved that the two brothers are always engaged on argument. According to the eyewitness, their father came and saw his son lying on blood. He falls immediately and he was rushed to the nearby hospital for medical attention. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
And on security matters, the Nigerian police force has paraded a total of 30 suspects for various crimes ranging on criminal conspiracy, armed robbery, kidnapping, gun running, car theft, banditry, among other crimes. The police also recovered weapons of different assortment, ammunitions, bulletproof vests, cash, among other items. Speaking during the parade at the headquarters of the Special Tactical Squad in Abuja, the acting force public relations officer, Muyiwa Adejobi, explained that officers of the force had also apprehended a car-snatching syndicate who specializes in changing the chassis number of stolen vehicles before sale. Meanwhile, police have arrested a 38-year-old female suspect over arms and ammunition smuggling from Plateau to different bandit camps in Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara, and other parts of the country. The acting force public relations officer, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, stated this during a media briefing in Abuja on Thursday. He said the operatives arrested the suspect at Saminaka along Jos Expressway while conveying the items from Plateau to Kaduna State for delivery. According to the police spokesman, items recovered from the suspect include 8 locally made AK revolver guns, SMG rifles, and 400 rounds of AK-47 live ammunition. He said another suspect had also been arrested by the police over transportation of AK-47 rifles and live ammunition from Kaduna State to Taraba. Meanwhile, a total of 1,500 AK-47 live ammunition have been recovered from the suspect, adding that efforts are being intensified by the police.
You can see some of the chassis number they are faked. These are the ones that are produced.
Meanwhile, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has confirmed that the immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, has not been released from detention but transferred to the EFCC Abuja office. The EFCC spokesman, Wilson Owujaren, who confirmed this on Friday morning, reports say that the operatives of EFCC arrested Obiano on Thursday hours after his handover to the new Anambra governor, Chukwuma Soludo. The ex-governor had been on the watch list of the EFCC since November 15, 2021, arrested while trying to board a flight to the United States. According to reports, Obiano is arrested and being investigated for allegedly mismanaging over 17 billion naira Paris Club refund and security vote, as well as being probed over some suspicious project. Now, following the kidnap of 4 students along Kaduna-Suleja Road 2 days ago, parents and colleagues of the victims staged a protest to Government House Ilorin to plead with the Kwara State government to intervene in ransom payments. 3 of the victims are students of Bayero University, Kano, and another one from a higher institution in Jigawa State were kidnapped while returning home due to the 8 weeks extension of strike by Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. This parent says that he has been contacted by those who kidnapped his son, demanding 20 million naira as ransom. A representative of the students says that 7 million naira is demanded by the abductors, claiming that one of the students might have been killed.
Going for school, so because of the ASU striking, because they just stay there 1 month. After 1 month, they do meeting with federal government. The federal government agree with them, ASU. That's why they say make it come home, because of the extent this strike to 2 months again. So I know they no fit stay there again. Make they come home. So that's why I send the money to him. So along the way, now they come after Kaduna Express Road to Suleja, and I kidnap them. All the people were inside the bus, they grab them. The children were inside the bus, around 4 students of the school, different school. The Gawa students 2 and the other school there. They grab them. So that is fine. They demand for 20 million for the one person. So they don't call me now, sir. They don't say how much have we get it. My son call me. He say I never get money. They give them people back say they don't have time to say that 20 million. That's what a year be that. Bring money. I want make government to help us to bring our children back to home. Help us pay the bill. The day for the students.
Early yesterday, I heard that 2 of our students coming because of ASU strike. The Abdulrazak Kauzara going to Kaduna to go and spend a little time with his sister. Her sister. So they are inside room around 12 o'clock. They are about to eat themselves. So with one other guy, they kidnapped them. So from reliable source now, they say their parent called us today that they demanded for 7 million naira. Now, as at this point now, we are trying to know who are those that called them.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up shortly. Mobile phone business turns money spinner. Details and more after the break. Thanks for staying. You're watching Trust News Update. Here's a look at the top stories again. An FCT High Court has issued an order vacating the restraining injunction against the March 26th convention of the All Progressives Congress. An 18-year-old teenager killed his brother with broken glass after an argument at their residence in Bauchi. Moving on, now House of Representatives has recommended jail term and fines for parents and guardians who violate the Child Rights Act. The House also wants reinforcement of the provisions of the Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education Act 2004 in the Federal Capital Territory and other parts of the country. Bamidele Salam, a federal lawmaker from Osun State, moved the motion on the floor of the House at plenary on Thursday. The House urged the Minister of Federal Capital Territory to ensure full compliance with the provisions of the UBEG Act and the Child Rights Act in the Federal Capital Territory. Bamidele lamented the increase in the number of out-of-school children in the country, which according to the report by the Federal Ministry of Education in 2021 is estimated at 10.1 million.
Nigeria have adopted and domesticated the Child Rights Act, cognizant that Section 2 of the Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC Act provides that every government in Nigeria shall provide free, compulsory, and basic education for every child of primary and junior secondary, and the parents who fail to complete such, and the parents must ensure that their wards attend and complete primary and junior secondary school. Also cognizant that Section 2, subsection 3 of the Act compels stakeholders in education in a local government area to enforce the provisions of Section 2, thus ensuring that every parent or person who has the care and custody of a child sends such a child for his primary and junior secondary school education.
Now, Nasarawa State residents are embracing opportunities offered by global satellite mobile GSM technology as source of livelihood. In this report, Abubakar Abdullahi speaks to some people in Lafia on what benefits accrue to them, the mobile phones business. The report.
Apart from the GSM sellers, repairers, and those who are carrying out other menial jobs, the GSM market is witnessing an influx of different categories of persons that came to transact one form of business or the other relating to GSM operations. Some of those selling or repairing the device in the market says the introduction of GSM usage has positively impacted on their lives and by extension, the lives of their family members.
The business have kept me busy. The business have kept me busy. And to some extent, I'm employer of labor. I have more than 10 persons working for me. So it has created an impact to me and the society. If not with the nature of a business, I wouldn't have been able to employ up to those 10 persons. Those 10 persons are getting one or two things through me.
Actually, this work has helped us in many ways. Though we are self-employed, but when we come to work every day, by God grace, we used to get 5,000 naira, 4,000 naira to help our ministries, but it is not enough for us. But we can't.
It's a very long story because I have family. That is the reason my family has taken from me. I did a lot of work from home there. That's where I came from my apartment, my children's school fees, and other things that I do. I do one that I achieve in business. This is the only thing I have. I don't have shops. I do many things that I do there work.
They said even though there are challenges in the business, but according to them, if governments and relevant organizations will provide support, the business will attract participation of more citizens and reduce number of unemployed youths from the streets.
Every business has its own challenge. No matter how it is, the money you have is not enough for you to do the business very well. So, but if the government can come in through ensure that they support us, it will go a greater height.
Yes, we are having a challenge of our equipment and facilities, and we are asking of government to bring all those facilities for us because we need them. For work, we know how to do it, but for the equipment and facilities, we don't have them.
It's only what we normally use to do work, like a machine, like a house separation machine.
It is a fact that there is no doubt GSM operation is impacting positively on the lives of the people as the world has already become a global village and a necessary tool to enable individuals to be among other members of the global village is the GSM, which people use for communications. Abubakar Abdullahi, Trust TV News, Lafia.
And on the foreign scene now, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has blamed NATO for the war in Ukraine and said he will resist calls to condemn Russia in comments that cast doubt over whether he would be accepted by Ukraine or the West as a mediator. Ramaphosa, who was speaking on Thursday in Parliament, said the war could have been avoided if NATO had heeded the warnings from amongst its own leaders and officials over the years that its eastward expansion will lead to greater, not less, instability in the region. He said South Africa cannot condone the use of force and violation of international law. Ramaphosa also said that Putin has assured him personally that negotiations are making progress. The South African leader said he is yet to talk with the Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. On Friday, Ramaphosa said South Africa had been asked to mediate in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. And it's a wrap on Trust News Update. Connect with us via our social media platforms and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for watching.